Howdy! My name is Casey Mahalik, and I was born in Tucson, Arizona to my Asian mother and white father. Because he was in the military, I've moved around often, to places including North Carolina, Germany, San Antonio, and my personal favorite, Illinois. The lifestyle of moving quickly has made me both open and outgoing, although I tend to get bored with living in places quickly now. My father is white, but he immigrated to America from South Africa when he was a child, fleeing political unrest. His family had been very rich in South Africa, but had to give up much of it to transition here. My father is now a successful orthodontist, but his lessons of hard work for everything bled into my upbringing. He could have afforded to give me everything I wanted, but instead tried to give me the same values of working hard for reward. My mother also immigrated to America as a child, but she came from South Korea. Her family was tired of constantly fearing North Korean attacks, so they settled in Illinois. She met my father in the army and shortly thereafter gave up working to raise me. The privilege of having a stay-at-home mother had many benefits. She constantly made sure that I was up on schoolwork, even keeping me years ahead of curriculum through home tutoring, committed me to several extracurriculars, and ferried me to and from musical lessons every week. Her tireless work is still something I largely credit to my academic success, and her constantly pushing and supporting me made me who I am today. When I was 10, my mother took me to visit Korea with her family. When I was there, I became aware of something for the first time. I looked different than my peers at school, sure, but only because I was the only Korean in the class. However, when I got to Korea, I looked different there too. Korean women would come up to me in the streets and run their fingers over my curls, take pictures of it, and twist it in their fingers. My mom told me to be nice. They'd never seen hair with a natural ringlet before. They also looked condescendingly at my darker skin tone. "She's too dark," they'd tell my mom. "She looks like she works in the fields all day." My natural darkness, considered an okay thing in America, but not standard, indicated low class to them. I was amused at the time and forgot about it quickly, but a general sense of, well, where do I fit in, remained. I got my answer when I moved to Texas. I look Hispanic. People, as always, asked and were, as always, surprised when I told them I was half Korean and half white. People at my school told me I looked exactly like another girl, who turned out to be Hispanic. Elderly Mexican couples at supermarkets frequently stop me, asking me to help them translate their questions to employees. I was asked my entire sophomore year when my quince was going to be. I had never heard of one before. Through the constant inquiries and explanations of others based on my appearance, I now know much more about Mexican culture than my own, Korean. I'm more mindful of looking Hispanic when I'm in public, and I took Spanish classes, so now I can communicate with those who try to speak to me. This has frequently made me wonder, if everyone assumes you are something you're not, doesn't that also make it a part of you? Although I don't look like my parents at all, I am in many ways a stereotypical child of two immigrants. They sacrificed much to make sure I'd have opportunity and pushed me hard into each one. I, like them, know that nothing comes but through hard work. However, my appearance as a Hispanic American also follows me, especially in a time with so much hate in the political climate. Although the plight of the Mexican Americans is not my own, it's one that is currently close to me, as so many assume it would apply to me as well. I believe my appearance has given me a view of an ethnicity and my own culture that is unique.